Overwatch 2 and Valorant voice actors are demanding that players become LGBTQ plus for the month of June, or they cannot play the game. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's getting good. It's getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Pride Month is heating up, and it's a beautiful thing to see. We know that Overwatch is basically being supported by a certain kind of player base. Not all of them are woke, but a lot of them are. With Valorant, I don't think that's necessarily the case so much. I think that there's a lot more of that going on with Overwatch and a lot more virtue signaling coming from Overwatch than there is Valorant. The reason why I say that is because Overwatch knows that they fucked over their players. And their players, some of them left, but a lot of them are still there just taking it. They were promised a PvE mode, and they got told, hey, sorry, we don't have the resources to do this like we originally promised. And even though we know this is the whole reason why Overwatch 2 is supposed to exist, yeah, we can't follow through. But at least we can make another LGBTQ character for you, and you can play that. Yeah. So go have fun with that. So we already know that Overwatch is basically being supported. Whoever's left is a certain kind of player. Now, with that being said, apparently the voice actors went on Twitter and decided to make some interesting comments. So we're going to go over it. Overwatch 2 voice actor Valeria Rodriguez and Valorant voice actors Alejandro Antonio Ruiz and Isla Campbell demand that players become LGBTQ plus for the month of June in order to play the game. Ruiz, who voices the actor of Gecko, made his demand first posting on June 1st. You are now required to be LGBT in order to play Valorant. Being a straight Valorant player is illegal for the next 30 days, bro. I really honestly think that there needs to be a muzzle that has to be put on the people that work for these games. Because I think that the people that work for these games do more damage for the reputation of the game than the game itself does. I'm just being flat out. Why the fuck are you telling? I understand that they probably feel very safe because, again, this is Riot Games we're talking about, right? This is Activision Blizzard we're talking about. Ultra gay companies. I get that. But why is it that when June hits, it's like nobody has any common sense anymore? Even though they don't really have common sense to begin with, but it just goes out the fucking window. It just completely gets tossed out the window. Why are you telling your players that they can't play the game unless they're gay? It's so stupid. This is an unnecessary comment that doesn't have to exist for you to support Pride Month or whatever. Oh, God. And then it says, Isla Campbell, who voices Clove in Valorant, concurred, responding to Rees, I agree, it's the law. They just wanted to get married, right? That's what it is, right? Valeria Rodriguez, who voices Venture in Overwatch 2, responded to Rees, writing on X, I'm just going to copy this and say it's the same for Overwatch. Sorry, straights. They do realize, right, that straight people are the vast majority of the human population. Do they understand that? Like, aside from all the fake ass numbers about LGBTQ and all that stuff, especially since most of it is focused on young people who end up changing their minds when they grow older anyway, you understand that you are speaking from an extreme minority standpoint. And now you're trying to tell the vast majority that they can't play the game because they're straight. Imagine if this was turned around the other way. Imagine if someone said, you can't play this game because you're gay. Do you understand how much you would fucking cry? How much you would complain? How you would be like these Twitch ethos going online trying to make a video to try to go viral in the hopes that you can garner some fake validation and support? Because that's literally what you're doing here. It's a double standard. It's an extreme double standard. Then it says, when asked to imagine if the roles were reversed, Rodriguez replied, nah. Oh, so you don't want to think about that. You don't want to think about that. Interesting. You know why they don't want to think about that? Because to them, in their mind, they truly believe that they're not welcome in the gaming industry. They have this victim mentality that they think that their entire life, everything that happens wrong with them is because they're gay. It's no different than most minorities where people are like, well, you don't like me because I'm black. You don't like me because I'm Latino, whatever. Like, that is literally the same exact mindset. But for this, it's for gay people. And you know what? I kind of agree. We necessarily don't want you here because you're not actually here in good faith. That's the problem. You're not actually here in good faith. You're not like regular people who just so happen to be gay who are playing games. No, you're out here trying to literally exclude people. You complain about gatekeeping, and yet you are the one that is gatekeeping right now for the next 30 days. I got to be honest with you. I am so glad that Pride Month is 30 days and not 31 days because I cannot take an extra day of this nonsense. It says, while some may argue these individuals are just joking, they're not. It's much more likely they are indeed attempting to push the gay agenda via their status as voice actors for the various characters in Valorant and Overwatch 2. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Ironically, the demand that players become gay in order to play the game also rejects the idea that individuals with the same-sex attraction are just born that way. Yeah, man. None of this has anything to do with the fucking game. Like, literally zero. If I'm playing Overwatch and I'm playing Valorant, the last thing I give a shit about is what the sexuality of the opponents are or my teammates. I don't care. You can have all the rainbows in your bio as much as you want. I don't give a fuck. If you suck, I'm going to roast you. If you're good, I'm going to say you're good. If you're my enemy, I'm going to kill you regardless in the game, of course. It doesn't matter. This is just, man. I never in my life have met people so boring. Have you guys? Have you guys met people in your life that are so boring that they have to do this in order to be any sort of special? Because I've met gay people in my life, and I just never have I ever met people so boring. You have? You've met people this boring? I feel bad for you. I apologize ahead of time. That's crazy. I have never, with the exception of maybe once, met someone who is this boring, where their entire fucking life revolves around how much dick they take in their ass. I've never. Maybe I'm blessed. Good. You guys are making me feel better. You guys are making me feel better. Oh, shit. No, but seriously, it's fucking stupid. It really is. So none of this has to do with the game. And this is why I keep saying, please, for the love of goodness, put a muzzle on these people during Pride Month. As much as they might like that, because they're into that shit, put a muzzle on them. Because this is how your game dies. Slowly but surely. This is how your game dies.